Good afternoon, everyone. Ever heard of Climate Sunday? Started in the UK, unite Christians and churches to protect and restore the environment. Speak up, work together for maximum collective impact. But could it come to the U.S. with the 501c3 separating politics and church? Oh, wait, it's only a political candidate, not a political cause. The end goal of it is the National Sunday Law, a 100% rest of business activity to allow the planet to heal 1 day a week. Already tried in Canada once, off the books now. Prohibited labor, work, business, public meetings, punishable by fines. And interlooped into the Sunday Law, Revelation rearing its 7 heads, 10 horns, and 10 crowns, this mark of the beast. Climate Sunday was Sunday, September 5th, 2021. Apple has just announced a controversial new security update. The tech giant stated they will scan every iPhone, iPad, Apple computer connected to iCloud for illicit materials. Many calling it a disaster in the making. Nearly 100 policy and rights groups asked Apple not to go through with the update. But Apple isn't the only company doing this. Most tech giants breach your privacy in multiple ways. But you can fight back by using a VPN. You can head over to virtualshield.com, and in the download tab, I'm going to choose Firefox. And click Install Now to add the Virtual Shield add-on. It's just that easy. And get started with your free 30-day trial. Install it, click Connect. You'll see the shield turn from red to green. And you'll see how, from my initial service provider, I was able to even change my IP. Virtual Shield Network protected. Go to virtualshield.com/adapt2030 for 50% off today, or click the link in the description box below the video. And now on with the video. And he just had a sneaking suspicion that climate was going to be used to continue cutting business and commerce at the knees, to get you into an online ordering mind frame, all money redirected to corporations so you don't have to leave your house, everything delivered, your impact on the climate will be lessened, limited travel, almost no jobs, and very few reasons for you to even leave your home. I mean, it worked so well, we saw pictures of animals coming into the cities during the lockdowns, did we not? And here's what scares me a little bit: the corruption of the church. Climate Sundays, worship, commit, speak up. So what is Climate Sunday anyway? Calling on all local churches across Great Britain and Ireland to hold a climate-focused service before COP26 in November 2021, which will also enact a bevy of new commitments, laws, etc., that are going to continue to dovetail right into these lockdowns and more curtailing of movements to stop gases out of tailpipes, or so it goes. They need to stop factories also, ships across the oceans. Oh wait, we're already seeing that. So far, more than 1,000 churches have committed to a climate-focused congregation, pulpit narrative. And I like how they're so bold about it here. Can your church hold a climate-focused service to explore the theological and scientific base of creation, care, action on climate, to pray and commit to action? Well, at least in the U.S., there's supposed to be a separation of this happening at the pulpit. As G7 begins, the world needs Climate Sundays more than ever. The mission now is to equip Christians and Christian churches to protect and restore the environment, using the collective voice to speak up for change. Now, we've seen something like this roll off the Pope's lips a fair few times, but not from Christian and Protestant churches now echoing the same as the Catholic Church. Now, they're starting in England and Wales, Ireland, because in America there's still that separation, but it doesn't seem to be, and I think they're testing the waters to see what they can get away with. And quotes from interviews explain It's an excellent opportunity for Catholic and Christian, Protestant, English, Wales parishes to get on board collectively in the UK to speak up for maximum impact. Now, this Sunday law, I've heard about when I talked to Spencer Heston, which could also be referred to as the Blue Law. It's a law designed to prohibit or limit the transaction of commercial business or commerce or the holding of recreational activities on Sundays. And if we take it into a more nuanced meaning, enforce certain moral standards to prohibit specified forms of entertainment and recreation on Sundays. It is 1,000% control mechanism, which comes through the very core of the belief of a creator from individuals and families to then do the work of the church / government mandate through the church, which should be separated. So here we go. This is definitely something forecast and prophesied through the end times here. And they break it down even further that we must work in coalitions and partnerships because no organization can solve this environmental thing happening at the moment because you can't really control the sun stepping down into a grand solar minimum on a 400-year cycle. But you could motivate people through religion to act on behests of the government through the words of the church. Nefarious at best. So who's involved with this push right now? Rota UK, joining with 30 other Christian charities, denominations, Christian Aid, Church of England, Church of Scotland, Church of Wales, to run Climate Sunday initiatives. Thousands of churches now making it part of their normal discipleship and mission to secure adequate national and international action on and after the COP26 conference. And then even within this framework, just as COP26, they get countries to sign on for commitments. Now they're asking all churches, parishes, denominations to commit to signing Time Is Now declaration, pushing the new Sunday law. Going beyond government, intertwined with government. Who is the person orchestrating all of this, you might ask? Presbyterian Church in Ireland, PCI, David Bruce. He wrote a private letter to over 500 congregations. Now, in the United States, which is a little bit different animal over here, we have the IRS, and if you go to the page, which I linked everything in the description box below, this is such a fascinating topic, how commerce is going to be ceased by law to let the planet rest for one day, utilizing the church to enforce government action. And I can see why there's supposed to be the separation of charities, churches, and politics. So the 501c3 allows churches to operate tax-free, obviously. But here is where it gets into an incredibly gray area. Love to know what you think about this below in the description box. Now, currently, the law prohibits political campaign activity by charities and churches. Now, in the bold, which does not participate in or intervene, intertwine, interloop, including the publishing or distribution of statements, and any political campaign on behalf of or in opposition to any candidate for public office. Now, if it would have stopped at any political campaign, the definition still fits. But as soon as it rolls into any candidate for public office, you're in the gray area of agendas being pushed by the church here in the United States as well. Because it's an agenda from the United Nations. It's not a political candidate. To be seen. And Jonathan Mukwiri wrote this book here, Climate Change and Sunday Law. Goes into the biblical prophecies about how he interprets climate change agendas being the precursor to the Sunday law, which you will be marked. You will not buy or sell without this mark, and you'll be limited to absolutely zero commerce on Sundays. And this will occur during the time when there are famines, pestilence, fearful sight signs in the skies, etc. And if you do a timeline with this, right after 2008 and the financial collapse, suddenly this was on the books and well spoken about, already planned out, gamed out through international organizations, like I said, United Nations, and the world governance structure. So how, when, and what is it? So after these two powers unite, we're talking about government and church. And since government and business are now intertwined themselves, one being the other, once they add this third leg in, we find threes once again. Church, government, corporations. The inverted Father, Son, Holy Ghost. There shall be a universal Sunday law on all nations. Now, this by law will require everybody to respect and honor this day as a holy day with nothing. You literally sit in your house. Now, they've done this in Canada prior. In Ontario, this is further back. As you can see, the fine is $1 to $500. No prison time. But what is prohibited during the Sunday laws on the last iteration of this in Canada on the books? Labor, except obviously in hospitals. But in a time of agriculture, when agribusiness was the number one employer of most people during that time, you notice how they put in there factories, farming, and a railroad. So they need to keep the commerce going for the actual owners of the businesses that are enforcing the Sunday law. See, the laws don't apply equally to them. They're still allowed to create money in their businesses while a majority of the population needs to sit home. Business itself, all games, races, sports. So what's going to happen on Sunday? They're going to forbid National Football League and everybody's distraction from this at that time. Any excursions, that means all travel, no travel at all. Train, steam, car. Any advertising, not allowed. No importing, no exporting. No newspapers. Look at that. It said there was no Sunday newspaper allowed to be delivered. All gambling, tipping, using profane language. All public meetings, except in churches. See, they left that caveat. They got to keep that whole cycle moving again, right? If the church is going to enact the Sunday law along with government and corporation, they have to allow you to attend the church so you can get the message again on the same day that you're not supposed to do anything. They can't let you lapse for a whole week and not get the same message. It's kind of like the evening news. Say it again, say it again, say it again, say it again. No hunting, no fishing, no bathing. What? In any public place or in sight of a public place or a public worship or a private residence. You're not allowed to take a shower? Is that going to save water on the weekend? Oh, that's so great. Well, that's what's in store for you. So when we do talk about the Sabbath versus the Sunday climate laws, jump over to Revelation because this mix is right square in there. And shall emerge a seven-headed beast resembling a leopard with 10 horns and 10 crowns of gold. And if you look at the Vatican, a lot of the symbology coming off of the hat the Pope is wearing, that's fish-based. You'll see 7 rays of light. So I'm wondering if it's these 7 heads right here. Something's terribly wrong when the worship of a creator is being co-opted to fulfill agendas for global governance, which means that shortages are going to ensue and intensify. If this is any indication, this is just the beginning of the shortfalls and everything that we're going to see. The thumb screws are going to be tightened quite a bit more across society. Are you prepared for any emergencies or not being able to get out to go get food on a day, a week? Hope you are. If you're not, you might want to think about it. 3-month emergency food supply, My Patriot Supply and Adapt 2030. Long-term storable foods, 25-year shelf life. And My Patriot Supply also has 6-month and 1-year emergency food supply kits. Click on that link in the description box below. It's a great way to support the channel and bring you more information just like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.